after teaching for 35 years. I retired about 3 years ago due to some health concerns. And so what really brought me to Impact was that search of, now what do I do? Do I still have value? Do I still have worth? Do I have purpose? Does God still have something for me to do?
I had 2 kids that were 5 and 4, and I found out abruptly that I was pregnant with twins. That was kind of a shock. So that is what brought me to Love Inc. And through the Connection Center is how I got connected.
I had retired from working 41 years at King Soopers. And it was a little bit of a journey to find a job that was a good fit. After having the very same job since I was 18 years old, it was a very stressful time.
Impact was a place where I could learn to answer those questions and discover what God wanted for me. And guess what? I still have value and purpose. And so Impact really provided that support and that time, that permission to give myself time to really reflect and search.
I was really kind of curious about the Impact program when I was going through the diaper ministries because it had been mentioned several times. And, a few months went by and I'm like, okay, really, what is this Impact? So I started asking the volunteers and they were like, oh, it's a great program. And that's kind of how I got connected.
My journey through Affirming Potential was a very rewarding experience. Not only did I get to meet a lot of really wonderful people, I was forced to take a good look at myself and choices that I had made and things that I stopped believing in, like dreaming.
Well, I really thought my worth and my value was tied up in my career, probably like a lot of people. Whatever you do for your job is your identifying key element in your life, and that's what you think you are. But you are so much more, and that's what Affirming Potential, which Impact provided, helped me to discover.
And the best thing that Impact has provided me is reassurance of self-worth. So that has been a huge ongoing dilemma in my life, is the self-worth piece, because I'm home all the time by myself with my children. I don't get a lot of adult interaction, but it's also, so in that, it's hard for me to kind of take a step back and make sure that I'm providing for myself too.
Being a mother, you tend to put your children first, and whatever plans that you want or think you need to work on have to come second to them. So it was one day I realized I didn't even know what I liked anymore because I never got to choose.
Through Impact, I've been able to actually write goals. I thought it was past that. When you're 60, you're thinking, okay, I did goals when I was in college and in high school. And so really I thought, well, really making goals and dreaming again was something I wouldn't even considered before Impact and taking Affirming Potential. But now I have goals and actually working towards them and actually think about them on a regular basis.
Once I took the first step towards making a change and trying to grow more towards him and away from just existing in the world and putting up with the same day in, day out and not having anything to look forward to, it gave me a sense of community. It gave me something to look forward to. And it also opened my mind to new direction.
Impact, you can connect. And in this time, you can have a community that is going to support you and pray for you. And is going to say, get in God's word, stay the course.
I was never in a household that had any sort of biblical foundation at all. I never opened a Bible, never went to church unless it was with a friend. I always felt like an outsider because I never really understood. I think that by the end of Affirming Potential, why it seemed so confusing from the beginning, or like the journey, is because I felt like God's words were bleeding through my life, my entire life. But maybe I just didn't have a place to go to understand that.
I truly feel like the Lord leads you, like he opens the door, and then you have to be the one to walk through the door and start your journey.
For anybody considering Affirming Potential or any impact classes, I would say do it and don't look back.
If you want to change your life and you want to go in a different direction, in a direction that is God led and is going to just bring you a lot more peace and satisfaction, then come to Impact. But if your life isn't working, Impact's for you.